Wait, guy with a sword versus 50 cops.
City of Seattle, Washington, at around 11 a.m. 911 operators would receive a call that would change the course of history.
Hello, 911, what's your emergency?
There's a black man. He's carrying something that looks like a samurai sword.
Okay, calm down.
shit.
Please don't racial profile. Does he appear?
Did the police officer ask him to not describe the guy because of his racial profile? Isn't that a thing you should do? Huh?
Dangerous?
Standing there, but everyone's freaking out.
What is your current location?
2nd and Pike.
Yeah, I'm about to be murdered. Wait, I'm about to be murdered by a white guy. Hey, can you stop with your racial profile and just explain me the situation? Okay.
Okay, I want you to stay on the line. I'm going to alert law enforcement of the situation.
Just send help now,
stay
please.
calm for me, okay?
Yes, I'm very calm.
This call triggered an 11-hour standoff, which would forever immortalize the name of the Seattle Street Samurai.
God damn! He's walking there with the shades too. Seattle Street Samurai. Holy. Guy with a sword versus 50 cops. Blade is back. Yeah, holy shit.
Refuses to surrender his weapon without a fight.
There's talks about this guy online, but they're from forever ago. So I just thought I'd make a contribution by putting this amazing
Blade
story
cosplay.
in a digestible
Blade.
video format. I was genuinely floored to see that nobody had made a video about this, because this is insane. With nothing but sunglasses and a samurai sword to his name, this man held off an army of police officers for 11 hours. He withstood everything from getting shot to receiving a bribe in the form of a Big Mac, and just
Oh, that's a pretty good Big Mac. Yeah, can you stop swinging your sword? Just come here and eat a Big Mac instead. Chill out, dude.
stood there. His name is Tony Allison, but on this day,
What a
he
legend.
insisted that everybody, including the police, refer to him as Apollo. And it all started with him doing nothing. Yeah, it didn't actually start with that 911 call. That was fake. Surprise. It was actually
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because why in the hell would a policewoman say that? Like, that's weird.
duty police officer, and he was alerted about a man in camo pants
He's about
and
to
a leather
die,
jacket
man.
that was quote-unquote disturbing. So this off-duty police officer decides to follow him from Pike's Place Market to the corner of 2nd and Pike. Which, bro, you're off-duty. Try hard much? Anyways, this is where you see him in the video. Now, Apollo was suspicious of this guy following him, and rightfully so. I would be as well. So he took what the cop describes as a defensive stance with his sword at the ready, which is understandable in a defense situation like this. And sadly, that was enough for the off-duty cop to call his buddies, and they would remain in that same location for the next 11 hours. They closed all the stores, evacuated everybody, shut down all the streets.
He's in his defense that he's in his
jams.
zone.
In case you guys are wondering whether he's actually dangerous with a sword, the news report made sure to seek out a trustworthy source.
The man confirms authorities' worst fears.
Yeah, he knows how to use the sword.
When the cops got
Is this the sword master?
Worst fears.
Yeah.
Why is it? What? Yeah, this is the sword master. He knows that this guy is dangerous. That sword is dangerous. Stay away from him.
He knows how to use the sword.
when the cops got there, apparently they tried to bribe the samurai sword out of his hand with a glorious sum of $50. I want you to take one look at this guy and
Easy.
guess how he responded.
Defensive stance.
No, but actually, verbally, he didn't say anything for the entire 11-hour standoff, except mentioning he had brothers in China and Russia, and correcting police officers when they wouldn't refer to him as
What?
Apollo. He also said that he was possessed by demons and wanted to kill them.
He talked about Satan. He talked
I thought it was
about his
Trump that was
brothers in
talking.
Russia and China, but he never really engaged the negotiator.
But yeah, he just refused to drop the sword. I don't know, I couldn't imagine why. However, the police did not give up here. Nah, they went back to the drawing board and came up with another offer. Now, I can't make this shit.
It's your McDonald's Big Mac. You've got
Oh.
They offered him a Big Mac. No, I'm serious. This is real. They offered
That's
him
America,
McDonald's
baby.
targeted. Then they
I'll
assumed
take
since
it.
he was unmoved by this,
There's
he
no
must
way
have
a Big
mental
Mac looks
health
like that.
issue. So they tried triggering schizophrenic urges. Of course, he was unmoved by these childish tricks and continued to stand his
You cannot
ground. So
trick
the
this
police
man.
weren't sure what
His
to do
demons
next,
are
since he
protecting
wasn't
him.
attacking anybody. But they had to get the sword out of his hand. They thought about throwing a net over him. They shot him with tranquilizer darts, which had
Throw a net, catch him like a fish. This guy's too wild with a sword. Throw a net on him.
no effect. They also shot him with those riot pellets, those little beanbags. Now, I don't know if you guys remember that scene in Jackass where they shot Johnny Knoxville with one of these things.
It's considered less lethal.
They
He was on the
hurt.
ground panting for like 20 minutes. He just shrugs it off.
He doesn't give a
two unfair
shit.
Nut shots later, he was still standing.
Damn.
Endures round after round. and
This
shows
this is a tank. We need him in our raids. Invite him to BFD. This is a tank. Wow. He just stands there, doesn't give a shit.
no sign of surrender.
So then they decided the best route to take is to tear gas him.
The man shakes off the tear gas with
You
almost
cannot chain him.
superhuman strength.
You cannot
spray
stop
with a
him.
fire hose.
hoping
What?
that he will lose his grip on the sword. When that doesn't work,
He still holds the sword. He still holds the sword.
they turn the water pressure up, full blast.
And then pin him down with a ladder.
Those guys went down by the book exactly what they were supposed to do.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure this is the def-
They fucking mutilated him. What are you talking about? Is that the book? That good job, officers. You fucked him up.
definition of by the book, actually. Now, when you look at this from the outside, who is in the wrong here?
Guns with special bean bags that strike.
But why are they targeting him? He's not hurting anyone. He's just standing there with a sword.
With the same impact as a heavyweight boxer's punch.
Chemical agents or tear gas makes the suspect very uncomfortable. Burns his eyes, it burns his skin, and it makes it difficult for him to breathe.
RPG?
The jets of water pack the force of a hurricane wind. Then, in a highly orchestrated maneuver, police pin the suspect down with a ladder, pole, and riot shield.
By the book, exactly what they were supposed
You
to
can't
do.
deflect water, sadly, no.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. You guys don't want to know my opinion. What do you guys think? Would you consider this excessive force? Let me know in the comments. You might think this makes sense,
yeah.
but the tragedy of Tony Apollo Allison's story is not done. As it turns out, only a year prior to the sword incident, Tony Apollo Allison was released from Western State Hospital after finishing a 10-year sentence from a charge in which he pled not guilty due to insanity, a charge of second-degree assault with intent to rape. Before this incident, he was an alcoholic wandering the streets with a sword on his back, and now he's a man with his name engraved in history. He was later sent back to Western State Hospital. However, his current whereabouts are unknown. Until now, in a twist
We
of
found
events,
him.
I think I might have just found him, or at least some potential evidence he's still out protecting the city. Back in 2021, a dad was with his son.
He
at
was a man doing something wild, and then he found the truth. He knew what the system is doing, and he built himself to become a hero. Our swordsman, our blade.
Playfield, and while passing by a homeless encampment, spotted this distinct shiny object sticking out of the debris. Now, the location
out
of this
there.
park happens to be about 50 miles away from Western State Hospital, or a mere 8.2 miles away from where this whole thing began. Now, due to Apollo's
His
story being
training
very old,
isn't his
many
sword
news
training
sources
arc.
doing very minuscule amounts of deep diving and just very little information in general, I had to resort to these two blog posts excessively. This one's got a really neat website, so go check it out.
Got a lot of neat posts about like alien, CIA project, cover-up
Go
stuff.
check it out. Don't forget to subscribe.
That was good.
The date
That is good, dude. This guy's this is so fucking funny. Like, how do you end up in this situation, man? Dude, this is what I'm talking about. Everything we talked about today. How is this real? Isn't this training arc? We need an anime about this, man. This is what we need. Holy, this is the sword of the people. He's about to save everybody. That's sick. That's so funny.